Hello, hey there. So you clicked on this video. So that must mean you're trying to start your online business, but you don't know the direction to go, right? So you don't want to be somebody that just gives away fluff. You have good intentions, but you're just stuck on what it is that you want to do because maybe you're also multi-passionate like me. Okay, so this video, we're going to go over defining who you are and what your greatest desire is to help put you in the right direction of where your dream business should be, because you're trying to create a business off of your laptop. How are you going to do it, right? So welcome. My name is Christy and I am the Wanderpreneur. It's so great to meet you. And anyways, if you don't know what a Wanderpreneur is, a Wanderpreneur is someone that wants to wander through their dream life. There's no more wishing, there's no more hoping, there's no more, oh man, that didn't happen, right? There's no more trying because you're actually doing it. You're wandering in the direction of your dream life, whether that's hanging out in your own backyard, traveling the world, or maybe a combination of both, or investing in a lot of different properties, or retiring your significant other, or whatever, okay? It's your dream life. It could even be just being on Netflix every day and hanging out in your PJs. I don't know. It's whatever you want it to be. But here's the deal. They're always going in the direction of their dreams, whether it's moving this fast or like by this much every day, okay? So we have to start off on the right path because we don't want to get on the wrong path, right? And I know a lot of people get overwhelmed and they get stressed out, and sometimes they just don't have any idea on what direction going. So that's why we're here today. We're here to talk about you and what you're good at and what like really motivates you, right? So first off, let's talk about this, right? So your life purpose. This is something that you have to figure out if you're starting your business, figuring out, answering the question, what is your life purpose? And now you may be like, oh my gosh, Christy, I've been trying to figure this out and I just don't know about it. I can't do this. Well, that's okay. I feel you on that. I get it. I want you to really think about back to your childhood on what it is that you wanted to be. So like for me, as a child, before anyone told me who I could and could not be, and judgment and all that kind of stuff, I wanted to be a fairy godmother because I loved how Cinderella's fairy godmother got to help make her dreams come true. I love that Sleeping Beauty had her fairy godmothers too that made her dreams come true. So I was all about wanting to be a fairy godmother because I wanted to help others' dreams come true. So that is something that is a blessing, but it's also been one of the biggest challenges for me. And what I mean by challenge, so I've always wanted to make people's dreams come true, right? So you know what that means? I'm really easy bought on helping and committing myself to something that I really don't want to do. And you know, like sometimes it kind of gets bad because then at that point it's like, how do you end this, right? Like I've taken jobs because it's like, well, I really want to help people, so okay. Or I've taken different positions in the community and it's like, oh man, I shouldn't have done this, but I don't have the time. And then my boyfriend Brentley's like, what are you doing? So my life purpose is to help others' dreams come true, but that's only one key of it. And like, you want to think about this from your childhood and figure that out. I mean, maybe you wanted to be a teacher. Well, why did you want to be a teacher? Was it because you wanted to teach others? Or because you wanted summers off? Like, what is it? Or if you wanted to be an astronaut, why did you want to be an astronaut? Is it because it was so motivating that no one else was really doing it and you wanted to be seen as a leader and someone really cool for going up to travel to the moon? Like, find out that deeper. Like, just pull it back as an onion until you get to the core of it and see how it has affected you throughout your whole life, okay? So like me saying commitments doing commitments because I wanted to help out, but really it's like that's not in alignment, right? So after you do step one of figuring out your life purpose, then you got to do step two. And step two is your career passion, okay? Because you know, you went to college, some of you, and some of you didn't. Some of you have been interested in some kind of industry, some of you have not. But what is that career passion? And so this is the part where I would get stumped on because I'm multi-passionate. I am crazy obsessed with business. So anything business related, like I will like perk up and want to join your conversation. And if you're talking about anything real estate related, I'm like, tell me more. I want to learn. Or anything like that. Or let me tell you about my experiences in the real estate industry. And so with that, that's my career passion. And if you think about my career passion and you think of my life purpose, I want to help people's dreams come true. And I'm crazy about business and I'm crazy about real estate. Really, I'm crazy about how to earn money and teaching other people how to do it. And so that's why those two careers go in hand. And that's why I have a degree in business management with a concentrational, that's why I have the business degree in business management with a concentration of entrepreneurial studies. That's what I was going to say. And then that's why I also have my residential mortgage loan my license too. I can help people with that kind of stuff, which is really cool, which has also taught me a lot about the whole Dave Ramsey thing. And it's taught me a lot about Grant Cardone and why I think both of them have great concepts, but they're a little bit wrong, because if they were a lender, they would know that Dave Ramsey stuff doesn't really always work. And they would know that Grant Cardone stuff is a little bit too risky for somebody that has a family that really wants to do it the right way while also having other income streams. So that's why we got Murphy Money Matrix now, because I learned it and I got to share it, right? So that's my career passion. It's about the business side. It's about the investing side, how to take your dollar bill and turn it into $100. Like, that's what excites me. Not marketing, not, whatever else there is. But like, that's what excites me. Not selling homes, but the possibility of, if you buy the right home, like the one I'm in right now, within 6 months, you can increase the equity by $50,000, which I've already done 2 times. And I'm not an expert at it. I'm not even like some big investor or had thousands of dollars to do it, okay? So that's my career passion. And pause the video, write it down if you need to. Not mine, but yours, your career passion, your life purpose, and kind of see like, all right, how are these things going together, right? And then we get to your greatest desire. And this is probably one of my favorite parts, because this is the part that I have wrong, and then I had it wrong again, and I totally flopped on this. And it wasn't until I realized it whenever I was in Mexico in 2016 on what my greatest desire was. So in the beginning, I thought that coming up with an income goal or coming up with some kind of goal that had to do about paying off debt or getting ahead in life and checking off the boxes of the American dream life, I thought that kind of stuff would motivate me and that could be my goal and to get me to where I want to go. But it never worked. And it never worked. It never, ever, ever, ever did. And not even in my first business. And I've been doing online business stuff for 7 years now. I've had a business consulting agency for the last 4 years. But what was motivating to me, and I didn't realize this till I was in Mexico, that my greatest desire was to create memories. And that's why most of the time, if somebody said, like, in a company, all right, if we do this, you can go on a trip. Or if you do this, you can have more time off to go do whatever. Or if you do this, this is what we're going to do. And when I did it in my own business, like, all right, I'm going on this trip. I want to be able to do X, Y, Z. So I'm going to need A, B, C to come in. That way I can afford to do X, Y, Z, right? So I could always hit those goals. But whenever it came to like, all right, I need to pay off these debts, or I need to pay off some kind of whatever, not pay off, but make some kind of whatever money to do whatever, like it didn't ever work. So my greatest desire is making memories. And from that, while drunk on tequila in Mexico, I discovered this little bitty rundown hut. And this hut was surrounded by the beautiful ocean and like the dream life, right? And when I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is my business and where I'm at in my life. And I don't want to be the little shack. I want to be like the whole big thing. Like I can see my dream. I can touch it. I can smell it, but I can't like hold on to it and I can't be it. And what is wrong, right? So realizing that my greatest desire was actually to create memories was the turning key to everything in my business. And that's how the Wanderpreneur was born. That's where my brand's been. That's how I've gone from having $0 to like $2,000 to $3,000 months to having over a $30,000 month before. That was only one time, and that was because I was planning also a business retreat. So that's my disclaimer on that. On average, I was doing about $20,000 in sales before a traumatic experience, but we're not going to get into that. But that was the turning point that took me from being a little hobbyist to being on top of the world within my dream business. So I'm going to encourage you to go and think about what your life purpose is, what your career passion is, like what's your crazy obsession about, and then what your greatest desire is. Because maybe you're like me and you're a wanderpreneur after all, and your greatest desire is to make memories. Well, to make memories, you have to have more time, you have to have more money, and you have to like mentally and emotionally show up, as well as, you know, convince the ones you love to go out and do these things with you too. Unless you like being by yourself, I don't know. But you have to have all three of those things figured out so you can really make the impact you want to make. Because you can't just say, I want to inspire women. And I'm just using this as an example because like that's the big trendy thing now, like women empowerment, which is cool and all. I'm a woman. But you have to have those things in order for you to truly pick what path to take within your laptop style business. Because what I don't want you to do is to get started and then change it, and then get started and change it, and then not stick with it, because you need to focus on whatever it is that you want to do. So figure out those three things, and then from there, you can start with your business foundation and doing your business model. All right. So I hope you found this video very, very helpful. And I would love to hear all about what your life purpose, career, passion, and greatest desire is in the comments below. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And come and join us on Facebook in the Wanderpreneur group, or send me a message or something. Like, I would love to be connected to you and get to know any of my Wanderpreneur community fans out there. And that's all I got today. So I will talk to y'all later. Bye.